Hi everyone, let's walk through how to analyze a chart and figure out how to place a trade and protect your money. So for this trade recap, I'm going to be looking at Tesla. This is a 3-minute chart and I'm going to walk you through how I set up the chart and where logically we could place a trade so that you can follow along and make sense of it too. So the first thing that I look for is if the structure, and I never put indicators, but if the structure is going in an upward way, sideways, or a downward direction, and we want to follow a trend to make money. So markets that are going sideways are not a great idea, and usually, most of the time, markets are going sideways, so it's very hard to find a trending market and follow the trend, which is, if it were easy, we would all be making money all day. So for Tesla's sake, at around 10:30, 11, I started looking at Tesla, and I could tell that there were some signs that there was a trend forming. We had a low here, we had a high here, then we had a higher low, higher low, a higher high, and then we started to have a kind of flag pattern here. So from here, I was unsure what's coming next, but have to make some decision around a logical entry and a logical stop loss. And the way I like to do it is to first just type some notes for myself. Looks like an uptrend. This doesn't do anything per se. It doesn't give me any bias, but I have to journal why I'm making this trade and what I'm planning to accomplish with it. And what I start to do then is think of what my strategy would be if I were going long. So if I were going long, I would be looking for another higher high and a higher low, so a way that this could continue up, and I'll be looking for a way to enter that trade if it were to go in that direction. So if I'm biased to long, I'm hoping the price goes up, and if I'm biased to short, I'm hoping the price goes down. At this point, I'm not clear yet which way it will go, so I tend to start with drawing out some, stop loss zones should I take the trade in either direction. So let's say we're going long. How will I know if I'm wrong? So where should I put my stop loss? And logically speaking, everyone is going to do the same thing. They're going to be looking at this low down here, and they're going to be thinking, if the price doesn't go up and it kind of comes down again, I need to get out my trade. And so long as that structure remains, this area here is most likely going to become a spot where people going long are going to close their trade. So this, I'll give it a note. This is area where longs will close trade. Selling pressure should increase when they hit there, because people who bought shares are hoping for it to go up. Now they're seeing the market going down, they're going to say, I want to get out of the trade, and that's going to be a lot of sales that are happening in that zone, especially if you start going below that zone. So I'd like to drag it out a little bit more, and let me just fix this color real quick so it's not overwhelming. So that's an interesting spot. Now if I'm going short, maybe I'm shorting right here. To the danger zone for me if I go short is if this price had to go up. So I'm going to make sure I have a buy order somewhere up above those highs of the morning. So I might put that there. And this is the area where shorts will close, which will be a buying pressure. Okay, so with that in mind, I have no idea where we're going. Let's play it out and see what happened next. So I sat here and I watched it very patiently just to see what happens. So I'm gonna play one bar, and it's kind of going sideways. I'm just sitting here. And when we hit this section here, you see how it's going in that zone. You would think that there would be a breakout, and there was. People started placing orders straight away for the buy side, but almost immediately it was being sold down. The things that you'll look at over time is volume. So in this case, we have a clear increase in volume in this area. So as expected, going outside of this structure that every retail trader is looking at across the board, we started to see a lot of volume. So this is indicating to me that we had the right idea. This is an area of interest. People do have a lot of orders there. So that's good. We're on the right track. The right train of thought. So far, we haven't really gone too far up, so I'm still not entering anything yet. I'm just still waiting and seeing. By the way, I don't recommend ever buying the breakout. This was a breakout here. You should always wait for a price action to strongly move out of that zone, come back in the zone, and then continue. And if that doesn't happen, if the price, like if you get this kind of pattern, perfect. Enter in again over here and ride the trend a little bit further. But if you don't see that trend forming straight away, just get out, run. it's always easy in retrospect, but in the moment it's exciting. So anyhow, if the breakout occurred, I'll just wait. So let's go to the next bar. In this case, it was still going sideways, nothing fancy going on. And here is where I started to think, okay, maybe we're going down. Like, who knows? And again, we've got some good volume on that bar. We're in the zone. There should be a lot of sale pressure. Maybe we're just going to keep going sideways. So again, nothing to do. Most of trading is waiting. I just waited. See, it's still going sideways. It's around here where I started to think, okay, it's looking a little short. it's going to the short side. Again, I'm looking for that confirmation. I'm looking for the bar to close. I'm looking for it to come up a little bit. And then if it can stay in that zone and then start to come down again, then I'm looking for my entry. So let's play it out a little bit more. So I waited, and see here, there's a little retracement, and here's it's in the zone, but it's kind of going sideways again, unsure. And then we saw it happen. We saw the trade start to break down further. So on my trade here, I entered in around 12:13, so a little bit after this bar, with a short entry, and just waited it out further. Now the thing is, with each trade you enter, if we draw it out here and we're going short, so I entered around here. If we're going short, I would recommend getting out of the trade if there's nothing really going on. Just if it's not going the way you thought it's going to go very quickly, just get out. Who cares? Keep your money safe. But you need to think of where the trade will land at some point. So for me, I thought at least somewhere in this range, in the morning lows when it first opened, there should probably be some interest there. So the ratio was not great, but it was enough, at least for my own strategy, to do the trade. And I went for the trade in this zone. The stop is too high, but it was around here. It was just under 88, yeah, around there. Okay, so I just hope that it plays out, that we don't adjust, or at least I don't adjust the target, and I don't adjust the stop. The only time I adjust the stop is if it starts going sideways again. I just get out of the trade. It didn't work out as expected. So remember, at the beginning it looked like an uptrend, but in the end it started to look more like a down trade, and now I've got money in the game on the short side. Okay, so then I let it play out, see what happens. So I just waited, and we eventually hit the target. You can see it even went a bit lower than I expected. In any case, the point of the lesson today is just waiting for the trade to play out, and I'm guilty of this. I don't know about you guys, but it's very difficult just waiting and waiting. But you need to do it, and you need confirmation. Otherwise, you're going to be stopped out. Let me tell you the number of times I've been stopped out on the breakout. Buying the breakout and then immediately losing and giving it all back is annoying. So the patience game is definitely key. Alright, if you thought that was helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Appreciate all the support. Take care. Bye.